Hello and welcome to yet another Combos and Chill Dirty Talk session. And Dirty Talk session, episode 36.
Why you're looking at me with doubtful eyes?
I always
You're
look at you.
supposed to know this shit.
I always look at you. So, man, wow. Episode 36.
Yeah.
And thank you very much. We already have 10 viewers. We have, by the way, thanks a lot for the new followers, which are Ramen Biceps. Wow, I love that name.
First of all these new followers have amazing tags, like
amazing usernames.
Bleep blah blah, like
Bleep blah blah. Thank you very much.
Sounds something like I don't.
Dude, this one is amazing. Bubble kebab. I love it.
Whoever this is, kudos.
Kudos
I'm
to
glad
you guys.
You got the.
And Ibrahim KH. Thank you very much for the new follows, guys. Thank you very much. It means the world to us. Welcome on board. Welcome to our family on Twitch family.
There's also Burn Division Games in the chat that's saying hello.
Hello. How are you doing? Burn
Did you
Division
finish your introduction, by the way?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm your host, Dirty. And by the way, this is usual. You guys are welcome to this show. We always need to do some sort of a effed up thing.
Pro streamer.
Exactly. So I'm your host, Dirty, and this is my co-host and my wife. She's a Phoenix.
Hi guys.
So again, we want to welcome you guys to this session. Today is very amazing because we have an actor and a voice actor.
Exactly.
And he's into radio stuff and radio talent and stuff like this.
I have always been curious about people in this field because they literally can imitate any kind of voice they want to, and that's almost like a shapeshifter kind of but verbal basically.
The guest has a golden radio voice, to be honest.
Yes.
Like he has that. Like I'm looking forward to hear him on the radio sometime.
Dude, if I ever want to listen to a Batman comic, like he's the one who I want to voice, like give a voiceover for. So born to voice.
Yeah, born to voice, exactly. So, without any further ado, let's get our good friend Mohammad Al-Shehab on board. Mohammad, welcome to the show. Welcome to Combos and Chill Dirty Talk, episode 36. Hi. How you doing, man?
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're
all good, man.
Trying to cope up with the stream and the timetable and schedule and everything. So
just trying to cope up with life, basically. It's hard to life.
Yeah, well, that makes all of us, I guess. Life has been quite hectic since February maybe or March of 2020, right?
Exactly.
But we're living, still alive, still breathing.
I know, exactly.
I mean, it's good to see that people such as you as artists are still active and doing things, which we gave you a tiny introduction, and sorry if we butchered it, but why you don't say it in your own words and let the viewers know about you? Just introduce yourself.
Introduce myself. Well, where do I start exactly? So, my name's Mohammad Al-Shehab. I am an actor, a voiceover artist, and I am a radio talent as well. Currently working in Saudi Aramco's radio stations, 91.4 and 101.4.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. First of all, I'm very curious, even before I start with the whole foundation, I want to know, the accent is so accurate and pure. Like I would have never imagined, I would think that he's from America, like USA. Like, how did you get that down so perfectly?
Well, I gotta thank school for that. I attended a private school, in the region. They basically taught the American curriculum when it came to English, and of course add to it, all these years of playing video games, listening to music, watching movies, and even cartoons as well. That all of that helped. So media, basically.
Right.
I mean, at least you still got it to the dot, and it's really precise. Very, very precise.
Yeah.
And as I said, he has that tone, that golden tone for radio. By the way, what do you do on radio? Is it are you like a RJ or a commentator, or you just do voice acting on some shows that you have on the radio?
Well, for now, I'm doing FYIs. They're for they used to be called energy moments back in the day, but they changed it to FYIs, and basically we talk about all these different topics. Like, hey, did you know that strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries, they're not really berries, and then like bananas, they're actually berries, stuff like that. for like 1 minute or so, Those are like segments that appear, throughout the day.
It's like it's like a fact of the day.
Yeah, kind of.
Basically,
like that.
Yeah.
Basically, fact of the day, and it runs for like 4 times a week. So yeah, and well, expect more than just FYIs in the future.
Yeah, I mean that would be awesome.
That's awesome, and
that's a surprise.
For sure, man. And Bullet, one of our good friends and the mods in this channel, is saying, my man Shehab, all dressed up for the stream, looking sick.
Thank you.
So
you kind of have to.
Yeah. And Bleep Blop Blep saying, yep, he got drip.
It's bleh in the end, not blep.
Bleh.
Bleh.
I mean,
blah blah blah.
He's saying, yeah, he got drip. And Bundlehead's in the house. What's up, Bundlehead? Thank you very much for joining us.
Hi, Bundlehead.
And again, this is our guest, Mohammad Al-Shehab. He's an actor, voice actor, and a radio talent, which he has a kind of a FYI type of segments on the radio. So it's good to find,
Yeah, I mean, as soon as like we were making the list, and he asked me, he's like, Nazneen, like, do you have anyone like who like I said, see, listen, I have a variety of people in my mind, and he's one of them, because when I first heard his voice, first of all, I couldn't believe that it's coming out of this person.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, sorry to say, but like, it's a really like a coming off as a like I'm trying to compliment you. Okay. So like I like really
She's
like
trying to compliment.
Yeah,
you.
trying to word it the best way possible, and the crisp quality, first of all, when he talks, like literally, if I have for example, I don't know if I told you in the chats, I like voices like this. I want them to narrate documentaries for me. Like that's the kind of voice he
has that radio.
Like I want to compare him to like the peace I feel when I listen to David Attenborough, for example.
Wow. That's a huge one.
Like it's very soothing and calming to listen to him. Don't you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he has that potential. Seriously, I mean, anyway, he's doing it, so it's voice acting. So it's just a matter of time till he finds that spot.
Well, you guys are far too kind. Thank you.
Oh man, no, dude. As we told you, this channel and this specific channel is regarding the guest. We dedicate this segments always to the guest, and we let them talk their heart out. They talk about their journey, where they started, and actually that's a good segue. Can you tell us when this whole thing, started, this whole fire ignited in you, that you got the thing for acting and especially voice acting? How was it?
Well, okay, let's see. With voice acting mostly, as I mentioned before, it's the cartoons and the video games, basically, because you have all these different voice actors, voicing different characters in different projects, right? From video games, cartoons, animated shows. I was always, very, very intrigued by these different voice actors. Sometimes you'll find one person just voicing like multiple characters, and it's just like mind-boggling,
nice. Okay.
right? And
exactly.
So I always wanted to to be able to do this in some way, shape, or form. And like fast forward to 2018, basically, is when I started doing this on a professional level. Well, acting and voiceovers and voice acting. Maybe not so much with like voice acting in terms of like voicing a character in a video game, maybe. But hopefully in the future,
Hopefully, yes, for sure.
The opportunity arises, I'm definitely gonna grab it.
For sure, you need to grab it. I mean, so you started with voice acting, like. We have a new follower called Vamp the Ace. Thank you very much, Vamp, for following us.
The Ace. Okay.
Welcome to our tiny community. We're still growing up. So thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Convos and Chill Dirty Talk.
Welcome.
I'm your host Dirty, and this is my co-host and my wife. She's a Phoenix, and this is our guest Mohammad Al-Shehab. He's an actor and voice actor. So we are talking about his journey and how he started. So basically, he said he started with the voice acting, and he's lurking for opportunities to do some character voiceovers and stuff like this.
Like, I mean, when you mentioned video games, I something like Agents of Shield, like a secret agent kind of voice, or something like like posh American.
Muhammad, you actually can be a good voice, like a voice for a villain. In an anime franchise, or like a Marvel character, like one of these, those sleeky villains that he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Now we need to go on like random petitions on the interwebs for just like letting him give voices for different things we want.
Dude, seriously.
Get this man to do sneaky villains.
Exactly. We need to go on petitions now.
But did you ever had a chance? Like, were you near getting that opportunity, or it never happened, or like still?
For video games, not yet, but I did get the chance to voice a character in a short film. But he's not really a villain,
Right.
Maybe more on that later,
Okay.
But I did do a voiceover or voice acting project, just one. As for voiceovers, I've done like many of those, but not really voice acting, like a character. Yeah.
So, do you have a question?
Well, I just wanted to know, like, when was the time in your life where you were, getting into this kind of field, and like, you thought that, what, maybe I can be good at this, and your interest grew in it.
Okay. Let me see if I understood the question. So basically, like, what time period? In my life.
Yeah, like since when, like basically like he said, the foundation of how everything started.
Like, was it someone from the family that was into this type of things, or you been studying this at school, or like, stuff like this? What was that ignition point for you?
Well, ignition was mostly, again, just being exposed to all these different video games and different cartoons from, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and, animated films like the ones from Pixar and, Walt Disney. Of course, video games, especially in that period of time, the late 90s and early 2000s, you had your PlayStation 1s, your Nintendo 64s, your Nintendo GameCubes, and PS2s. So you can imagine all the different, libraries of video games for each and every single console, and like all the different generations of video games. So which one was that main character that grabbed your eyes when you? Okay, for example, that game that you're playing on PlayStation 1 back in 2000, let's say. What was that one character that you said, "Oh, I really would love to do like a voice acting for this character"? Oh God. Wow.
By the way, welcome to this
that's a good
show.
Question.
Welcome to this show. We always put the guests on their, on their toes.
Yeah, this show is gonna make you think.
But I mean, if you don't have that, if there's any other characters that you always wanted to do a voiceover for them.
Well, okay, it's more of a recent game. Well, not that recent, but yeah, compared to PlayStation 1, I would say it's recent. So basically, I realized that I really need to get into like voice acting, voiceovers by playing Overwatch, right?
Okay.
Yes, and all these different characters. You had McCree, you had Reaper, Soldier 76, Roadhog, Reinhardt. They all have amazingly talented voice actors voicing these characters. And I know Matthew Mercer has voiced many different characters over the years. McCree is just like one character of the many characters that he voiced in many different projects. So yeah, it's like, again, you'd be shocked to know that like he did, for example, McCree in Overwatch, and then he voiced Chrom in like Fire Emblem, and to me that was like, wow, he went from a a Clint Eastwood like cowboy western type of cowboy to a blue-haired anime swordsman, for example.
Oh yeah.
Right, and it's just amazing, like the range this guy has. So yeah, definitely McCree is one of those characters that I really enjoy as a character in the game and as voice lines and voiceovers. Yeah. Yes.
Actually, my drummer's wife. You remember while I was recording it, like our upcoming single, and like we had an idea to do, like those generals back in the days in like World War I or II, they sent that, that whole megaphone type of thing, as in like they give an order to the army.
Right.
So I had this idea for a section of the song. Is like it's like it says like grow a pair and fight, or read your prayer and die. So but I said it in that thing, and like then my drummer's wife is like, have you ever thought about voice acting? I'm like, no. But it's actually a fun thing.
Yeah,
it's a super fun.
You get to impersonate someone, or at least someone else's voice for that little duration, and you kind of start enjoying that,
Yep.
Because like you get to sound like a whole other person.
Dude, you can like just dabble in, like, I mean, we'll get back to you, Mohammed. We have Saudu 15 saying shout out to my boy, beard looking good, PS banana.
Banana. Okay. Yeah, I know. Big shout out to Saud as well.
Yeah,
he's a very, very good friend of mine. Yes.
So
welcome to the stream.
Well, yeah, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for joining us with this session. And Mohammed,
yes,
how many voices you can do?
How many voices can I do? I never really sat down and counted the voices. I just whatever voice I can mimic, I'll just throw it out there and hope for the best, if you will.
But I wanted to ask, like, when you're going up for these kind of endeavors, do you like sit down, record, and hear yourself, or do you have like a process, or like, for example, if you have to do different accents, so like do you have a process for that?
Yeah, when it comes to accents, usually I just sit with someone who I'm trying to imitate. Like say for example, I'm sitting with I have to do like a Western type of accent, right? I try to take as much material as possible. So McCree, he's a very good example of that. So I just I sit down and I try to imitate the voice as much as I can. Of course, that doesn't really sound exactly like McCree, but it's you kind of get the point of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love how it just took him 1 second to go country.
Yeah.
It just took him 1 second. Like, that's why it's commendable that, a person can do that with their voice.
I'm just like imagining myself doing that shit. Why I always think I'm gonna be that retarded cowboy, like howdy, pardon.
Like a farmer, you mean?
Yeah, like the guy with the oath in his howdy.
Yeah. How you doing? It's great to be here on the show. Thank y'all for having me. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Wow.
Why does this sound like characters from Simpsons? But
this reminded me of, I'm sure you guys know that song, Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh my God, so random, dude. Are you okay?
I even forgot the lyrics. Wow. Oh man, you know what? Why you don't give us why you demonstrate for us? Did I say even that word right?
Demonstrate?
Demonstrate.
Are you okay?
Demonstrate. Demonstrate for us.
Demonstrate.
Can you show us one of these
redefining words?
Can you do a voice acting for us on the show?
Well, I know I can try to do something for you, sir.
Oh,
but
you had to go there.
Dude, you hit a nerve. He's gonna start now with you. Oh my god, he does this all day with me, especially when we go up to like customer service or somewhere. Oh god.
Hello, madam. Hello, sir.
No,
welcome to Food Rockers. You know, it's like
Food rockers.
Food Rockers, madam.
Here.
I love it. I love it. I love it when they do mathematics too, right? It's like 7 times 11 is 77. You know, it's like it's just.
He's making
it's
your day, right?
It's music to my ears, really. It's like,
Oh god.
The thing is, like, you know, they do that, hello, ma'am, sir. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I a ma'am or a sir? What's happening?
It's just they're being courteous, like, you know, like the courtesy in their manners. Like, for example, they don't want to assume your gender, you know?
Man,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
Muhammad,
2021.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
I mean, you know, they're trying to be more courteous.
2 days ago, I was at the hospital and I'm in pain, and you know, the cashier was, you know, a Filipino, and she was saying insurance, and I'm like looking at Phoenix, and I'm like, dude, I cannot hold myself.
How many times in public I have to control myself, especially I'm thankful that there is a mask on my face now.
Exactly.
Like before, dude, it's so awkward sometimes. Like I'm like, you know that you're within earshot of the person, they can probably hear you.
By the way, for the community, we are not being racist. It's just that, you know, because
why are you giving a preface?
No. I like to put it out there, you know, for no misunderstanding.
Yeah, I mean,
that we're just doing this for laughs, and because we are very much in touch with these cultures in this region, and there is no way out of it. I mean, we have this, and thank you very much for, you know, mimicking that accent. And because I do a lot of
it's
Indian,
very close to his heart.
Yeah, and I do a lot of Indian, and because I'm half Iranian, so I can pull off the Persian accent very well.
And also to annoy me most of the time.
Yeah. And Bullet is saying, he's saying Shehab versus Mr. Majid. Mr. Majid is our friend that he comes on the show. So if you...
Which is basically a character he does. Friend that comes on the show.
Hello.
Okay.
So, Muhammad, so getting to know all this accents, how long is gonna take? Like, how long would it normally take you to like get one accent done?
Well, how long? Like, let's take the Filipino accent for example. I don't think I perfected it. I only perfected it now, right? Because it's like, even though like my whole life I've been, you know, surrounded by, like, you know, Filipinos, you know, they work everywhere.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So it really depends on how long you sit with someone from, you know, from the Philippines in this case, right? But it could be anywhere, like any country. Like it could be, you know, some Irish folk, you know, which by the way, the Irish accent is like one of my favorites.
Oh.
For sure. Yes.
Dude, even Scottish.
Yep.
Damn.
I can't understand Scottish.
Dude, I have a
it-
cousin. I cannot. You can't.
Scottish. It depends on the region too, right?
True.
It's like the closer you are to parts like Glasgow and Ayr, Scotland, you know, that's where, you know, it starts
Even
to
Edinburgh,
get
yeah.
really, you know, so heavy you can't understand a single word that's coming out of their mouth. You know, it's like it's so difficult to understand.
I just want to go grab a popcorn and come back.
Dude,
and
he
just
switches
say-
in a second.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's his forte, you know.
I know, but this is new for me. So like, I'm gonna
really
be starstruck
enjoying
each
this.
time.
Dude, I had high hopes from this session. This session is just being awesome.
Yeah. See, I told you it's gonna be like, you know. I was really watching.
By the way, for the viewers, if you guys have any question for Mohammad Al-Shehab, please
drop it down in the
drop
comments.
it down in the comment section. I'm sure he would be more than happy to answer it. So back on the thing, how long? So what? You spend a day or like couple of days with like that person to get that thing, or like?
Do you
what is the
listen to
usual-
videos or like?
Oh, you definitely have to. You definitely have to watch videos. Like, and in my case, definitely, it's all about, you know, repetition, right? And just practice. You know, it's as cheesy as it is, but practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
Right? So you just have to keep practicing and practicing. Like, for example, the Irish accent. Whenever like I want to, you know, learn how to just imitate the Irish accent, I basically kept watching that one particular wrestler, Sheamus.
Oh.
WWE.
I know.
right?
Okay.
Wow.
So that's kind of how I learned or picked it up. Right, just hearing him cut promos in the middle of the ring, it's like, I'm going to kick your arse so hard, fella.
Arse, yeah, he says arse.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to take that WWE title, I'm going to put it around me waist, or something like that. So it takes a long period of time, months, years even. For me at least.
So basically, you're going around the house making coffee, tricky bugger,
Like, oi, man, you want some coffee?
Exactly.
Like sometimes I do Jamaican accent, like.
Oh my God, I get so, especially when he tries to do some shit on the stream. I'm like, listen, be careful.
Because she thinks I'm gonna do the African accent.
Like, I'm really trying to keep him censored because of Twitch rules, and this guy is just a wildcat. Idiot. But I wanted to ask you.
Fucking boom book lad.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
That wasn't bad.
Fucking great man,
Fucking great man. Yeah, man. You want to smoke the ganja, man? Yeah, man.
I'm just gonna wait till you guys are finished.
You better go make popcorn. Me and I'm just talking.
See, it used to be one person. Now you've got two.
Yeah.
Right.
Two people.
And he's the professional, and I'm the idiot.
Yeah.
So, but
I mean, I'm not good at accents at all.
You are good in one accent.
Is she really good in one accent?
Very top notch.
Very, very good. I'm very, very impressed.
Anyway, she has a goldfish memory. She gotta forget her question. What was the question?
Yeah, I forgot.
Don't worry. Take a breath and try to remember.
First of all,
he's just making it worse.
Yeah, he's just making it worse. I'm like, do I focus on that or my own brain?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, Mohammed, thank you very much for joining us for this session.
I know, I'm really having fun with it.
I hope you're enjoying it as well.
And getting made fun of.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely.
And we have, thank you very much, Mohammed. And we have a El
Munter. Okay, he's asking, can you talk Filipino accent? He just did, actually. He just did a few minutes back.
Can you do another one just for the sake of the...
Oy, Filipino accent, madam. No problem. I do the Filipino accent for you, my friend. My friend, I'm coming with my friends Joey and Jerry. We're all coming together from Manila International Airport, madam. Sir. Ay, madam. Ay, sir. Sorry, sir, ha?
Oh my God.
Oh my Lord, man.
That's so accurate. Like, if you close your eyes, you cannot. That's what I'm saying. Exactly, that when you close your eyes and you listen, and then you like picture him, you're like, wow, this came out of you. Like it's just weird that you can do it so well.
I mean, that's the magic over there, because as much as practice he put into this craft, and I'm sure there is a lot of like tongue techniques that you need to pull off, like, because we are not like, how to say it, well versed with saying those words, because this is not our native language, so it's going to be hard for us to learn these type of variations of saying the word.
Yeah.
So is there any like techniques that you do?
Not really language, it will be just the phonetic sounds, the way you pronounce something.
I mean, basically, there's a lot of people can't do it.
Yeah.
But do you have any techniques, Mohammed, that you actually like get down to, like first step, second step, third step? Like, do you have stuff like this?
Yeah, well, again, it's all about exposing yourself to the people that you want to imitate, right? The accent that you want to imitate. And just sitting there and just listening and try to have, conversations with people. Obviously, that helps in order to know how to, enunciate and pronounce certain words. And, it's like we say, for example, F, they say ep. It's like that's just right. It's just the way they pronounce it.
It is.
Oh, okay.
It is, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, thank you very much.
I know,
man.
and actually, before I forget my question, can I please ask?
Please.
Okay. So, out of all the voiceover actors and all maybe your mentors, who's the one that has left the biggest imprint on your mind, and you actually wanna maybe do a future collaboration with?
A future collaboration with a voice actor. Well, I'd love to somehow be able to be a part of the Overwatch team. And I know that Overwatch may not be as popular as it was, a few years ago.
Exactly.
But I'd still be, more than honored to be with the likes of, Matthew Mercer and, all the different like voice actors. Charlotte Chung, she voices Diva in the game. So it's like they're all very, very talented. And Matthew Mercer has definitely left a good impression. There's a joke in there somewhere about doing accents and and character voices. But yeah, so Matthew Mercer, and then there's Troy Baker as well. He voiced Joel in the Last of Us.
Nice.
There's also the voice actor of Nathan Drake, whose name I can't really remember right now, and he's Nolan North. Yes, Nolan North.
Nathan Drake from Uncharted, yeah?
Yeah, from Uncharted.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
He's also an amazing voice actor. You have David Hayter, who voiced Solid Snake from Metal Gear at some point.
Nice.
Yeah, so those are definitely characters and voice over personalities, for lack of a better term, that I'd love to work with.
Hopefully in the near future, man, I mean, everything will open up for you because you are like taking this thing seriously, and this is your bread and butter for now, and you are in the entertainment business, so which you need to, and hopefully one day I would see you on the big stages, and why the fuck not, man?
Exactly, like as I told you, like,
Thank you.
oh man, just watching something that comes out of a creator out of this region is really, which actually, by the way, that's a good segue as well. I want to ask you, what are the challenges you faced being a voiceover actor, especially with that, the kind of reach that this region has? It's not like very supportive to small creators, and what are the problems you faced when you wanted to go out and like, okay, I want to be a voiceover actor, like, what are the challenges you faced?
Yeah, well, the challenges that I faced, especially when I first started, because at the time there really wasn't much support for voice actors, specifically voice actors, especially when it comes to voicing characters in video games and cartoons and stuff. There weren't really many opportunities, which it kind of makes sense in a way, because everything is like in the US, especially if you're looking for like anime dubs or that's where all the big video game companies and studios are. The likes of like Sony, Nintendo, all the different publishers and just video game companies. So we don't really have that here, but I know that in the UAE there's Ubisoft, right? But it's like they do, I believe, Arabic dubs of popular franchises, right? Yeah, so that's definitely one of many challenges. I'd say another challenge was, just adding to the fact that there is no support. Well, at least back in the day.
Exactly. That's why.
Mostly because they're looking for Arabic voiceovers.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like advertisements and your like radio spots and whatnot. But again, that is changing.
Right.
Especially here in Saudi, it's like there are many opportunities for that now, and I'd like to believe I nailed one of those opportunities with me being in radio, right? And just voicing.
Kudos to you, man. Kudos to you.
Yeah, FYIs and hopefully some other things in the future too, and all in English, by the way.
Hopefully,
so,
yes.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, that's a great transition to happen in a region like that, which is, opening up the gates for people with this kind of talent. That is amazing.
And one of our good friends at the chat is saying that they're saying that I think is Ibrahim KH is saying, bless us with that Wakanda accent, brother.
The Wakanda accent, my brother. No problem. No problem. You want the Wakanda, you get the Wakanda. So I remember a few years ago I was in this university, and I was being taught by an instructor, and he was trying to divide by the number 0. But if you divide by the number 0, you get an error in the calculator. So how is it even possible to divide by the number 0?
See, like imagine.
Do you understand, sister?
Do you understand the lesson? Or do I have to come there and kick you out of this voice chat or whatever this thing is?
Do you know that way?
Do you know the way? She does not know the way.
Oh my god.
Wakanda.
I'm just like mesmerized by the change of voice within seconds.
Yeah.
Like there is 0 to 60 within,
Yes, like zero
like
hesitation.
milliseconds. Exactly. It's so easy for him and fluid. Like, just transition.
Man, God bless you for this.
I know.
For
This is such an amazing talent. Exactly.
Super good.
Yeah.
And Dominant69 was asking if you're a musician. No, Dominant. And again, welcome to the show, Dominant. We're so happy to see you here.
And also Leslie. Hi.
Yeah, Leslie,
How
what's
are
up,
you?
man? What's up? Thank you very much.
It's been a while. Where you been, dude?
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, Leslie, he's an African friend of ours, so he can relate to whatever we're doing. No, he's cool.
No, he's cool. He's
cool.
not. He won't get offended or anything. So relax.
I hope I nailed the accent. I hope I did a good job of it.
Dominant, this is our guest, Mohammad Al-Shehab. He's a Saudi Arabian actor / voice actor / radio talent, and he has a segment on the radio called FYI, which is like a fun fact of the day. So you heard a couple of the mimics that he did. So again, sit through. We're gonna be showing a couple of his videos that he's been acting in these videos, and it's like short movies. I'm just gonna read a couple of the. One more comment is Ratrayas. I'm actually from Wakanda, sub-Saharan Africa. Mohammed, the Nigerian accent is spot on.
Wow. So
Thank
we
you.
already have someone that can let us know.
I am honored, my brother. Thank you.
You know how happy he is because you're
Dude,
doing.
Mohammed, you made my day, man.
Yeah, you're doing all his favorite accents. So.
So, Mohammed, why don't we go and we watch one of the short movies and we come back and you explain the whole thing to us? Yep.
Definitely.
Definitely. So, guys, we're gonna watch a short movie that it's Mohammed being acting in it as well. He has a role in it. So we're gonna watch that. We're gonna come back to you guys shortly. Was that the whole thing?
That's just the trailer.
Oh, the trailer.
The trailer for the film.
So who were you? The guy in the mask or the guy who was kicking?
I was the guy in the mask. I was
Yeah.
playing the role of Dr. Victor Von Doom. Dr. Doom.
Nice.
Yes, it's a short film. It's kind of like you could say a bit of a tribute to like Doctor Doom, and the person who was doing all the kicking, that would be T'Challa or Black Panther, right?
Oh.
So it's basically
like
revolves around Doctor Doom and Black Panther.
Oh, nice. So this is like other universe that these two characters are meeting up and they have a feud and stuff.
Pretty much, yes.
So carry on.
Yeah, so basically it's the short film. Honestly, it hasn't really been produced, but it's in the process of, right? And and I know it said August 2019. We had this plan to shoot for an August 2019 release, but for various reasons, like out of our control, that didn't happen, unfortunately. But it's still being worked on, especially for when it comes to like special effects and what have you. So that's
Right.
why it kind of took a and then the COVID situation didn't help either.
Yeah,
So
I can imagine.
And how was the whole like working with other actors and like because I've never been in like a set, so I always wanted to ask an actor, how does it feel? Is it like is it like pressurizing the actor, or like is it easy? You have your own meditation area that you can stick around and just go for the acting. Like, can you fill us in a bit about how's the journey while you're like actually filming?
yeah, well, it depends actually on the cast and the director that you're working with, right? If you're familiar with like everybody in the set, obviously you become more comfortable and you pretty much be yourself and you can just act and give like 110%. And I'm not saying that you can't do that if you don't know the people on set, but it's definitely much more comfortable when you're doing that. Maybe at first when it comes to you not knowing the people in like on set, it's at first it feels a bit intimidating, and especially if the director is a bit aggressive, let's say, right? Wants to get like work done and just wants to shoot as many scenes as he or she can. So it does get a bit hectic sometimes, but it also depends on how big the project is, right?
Right.
In the case of the Book of Doom, basically it was shot by, well, not shot, but it was directed by Nasser Drej, who's a very good friend of mine, and we all know each other pretty well. So it was very, as you would imagine, it's very calm and relaxing just being on set with like everybody there. So there was no pressure, at least in that particular case. So
Right.
so yeah.
Well, I mean, Mohammed, I want to ask you another type of question. Compared to, for example, voiceover acting, where you have multiple chances to record your voice, and the radio that you've done, the radio work that you've done, doing it live has more room of error compared to like recording a voiceover for example, a commercial where you can do multiple takes. So, like, how do you feel doing both? And did you ever face any kind of like problems doing it live or any errors or something? And I'm just curious, because it's like two different fields, and you did both of them. So.
So yeah, with radio, of course, generally speaking, all radio shows and all the segments, they're live, they're recorded live. But in our case, and I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, in our case, our radio station, everything is pre-recorded.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you're doing a voiceover more than it is, live, like the feeling of actually being, on the air and you're doing it live.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you definitely have more chances, if you will, to re-record your lines and just make sure that they get approved by the unit head and the director. And then once they do, they'll just they'll add them to the system and be done with, that's that. You're done with the show or the advertisement or whatever it is, an FYI, a public service announcement.
Right.
So in this case, I kind of feel it's similar, but at the same time, because, it's pretty much my job. It's my daily job. So
Yeah.
working like 5 times a week, and you're going there and you still have a deadline, right? You still have to dedicate yourself to finishing everything on time and making sure that the director approves it,
Right.
so that it gets uploaded to the system. And depending on which part of the day your segment is going to be aired, you just basically have to be very, very careful.
Right.
And yeah, that's how I see it, at least, and that's the way it is.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well,
still, it has its own ups and downs, its
Yeah.
own strategies and like,
And doing acting like as voiceover, like behind the camera and in front of the camera, like properly acting, which one do you prefer more?
Which one? Between
Like-
in front of the camera
Yeah.
and in front of the mic? Well, I do enjoy doing both, and I really, as much as I like, acting in front of the camera, I think my forte would be to perform, in front of a mic, and to do voice acting and voiceovers, and to be on, on air and
Right.
on the radio. But I definitely enjoy acting in front of the camera, and it's kind of like a dream of mine of sorts. It's like one of those things where I'm like, damn, what if I become an actor one day? Wouldn't that
Yep.
be cool? And fast forward to today, and here I am, and I'm still in awe. Like sometimes I can't believe that, with everything that, like, I've been through, and well, kind of here, and still I have a long way to go. I'm still not the big, hot shot, right? A hot shot actor, but
But still,
it's
I mean,
still,
you are on the right path, and you're doing it for your own. First of all, like, it's your own craft and something that you believe in yourself. It's your talent, and you're working so hard on it.
Yeah.
And let me take a moment. We have a new subscriber. Thank you very much, Chazzy
Hi,
underscore
Chazzy. How are
96.
you?
Thank you very much for
I
the
actually
subscription.
know Chazzy because he's the one who got me addicted to Amenra, that insane riff from the Solitary Rain.
Oh, so
Remember
you
I
know
told
this,
you?
you know
I
this
actually
user.
know this dude. Yeah.
Are you sure it's the same?
He's a good guitarist. Yeah. I know him.
Okay, thank you very much, Chazzy, for the
Thank you
subscription, and thank you for coming down.
subscribing.
Well,
That's Chazzy. It's been a while, actually. We met, I believe. We met before, like a long time ago. So it's great to see him here too.
His humor is so dark. Like
welcome.
you will get
Welcome.
along very well with him.
Yeah.
Like you guys are two peas in a pod. Like
So,
literally.
I just want to go ahead and introduce myself. I'm your host, Dirty, from Combos and Chill and Dirty Talk Session. This is my wife and co-host.
Hello.
She's a Phoenix. Again, thank you very much, Chazzy, for the subscription, and thank you very much for joining our family of Twitch community that we have over here. And I wanted to ask you a question, Mohammed. If you
Yes.
ever had okay, we're talking about like fantasy over here, okay? Like,
Okay.
if you could choose any of your favorite movies and choose a role to take part in that movie, which movie would it be, and what role would it be?
That's a good
Well,
question.
I tend to gravitate towards mafia flicks.
I love you already.
Goodfellas. Yeah, Goodfellas. Is
I already love
definitely
you.
one of-
Dude, good.
Ocean 11.
What do you mean already? The love already started when he started doing accents, okay? So
Exactly.
don't tell me that it started now.
By the way, you need to do one more African accent for our good friend, amazing Leslie.
Did he miss it?
Yeah, he missed it.
Oh my god.
So answer my question, and then we can hit it with the broda.
Oh
with the
god.
Buddha. I mean, I can try to answer the question with, with
exactly.
the African accent. Hitting two birds with one stone. Use your brains and your mouth to, answer the question, and then, make everybody happy, So, we were talking about the film Goodfellas. I really like the mafia flicks. I have a thing for the Italian American mafia. With their machine guns and just the whole look. So I definitely would like to be if we could make a reincarnation of the film, I would love to be a part of it.
Especially Goodfellas, the Jersey accent, the
Yeah.
one that is like extremely mafia.
Yeah.
That's just too epic. Like, I mean, that's
Dude,
that's the
that
epitome,
movie is legendary. It's like and Leslie is saying LOL, so I think he approves.
Thank you.
Oh man, dude, having a role in Goodfellas,
Yeah.
that would be awesome, man.
Yeah. Even Taxi Driver, all these amazing movies.
The thing is, like with mafia movies, I don't know, there's some charisma about the movie that it just like drags you in.
Exactly. That's why I've watched like Godfather about 500 times in my
Times.
Yeah,
you try.
See, listen, I fumble on this show. Okay, everyone knows that.
She try too much. One time, two time, three time.
Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Okay.
Okay, auntie. Okay. But Mohammed, what do you think? We go and watch another video of another movie. It's again. I think these are trailers that you sent me. So it's like but you are in the trailers, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna watch this one. This is like a short trailer for a movie as well, and we're gonna get back to you so you can explain about the video. And the viewers in the chat, thank you very much for sticking with us until now, and we're gonna get back to you guys shortly.
هذه قصتك، وفي هذه الدنيا ما في صاحب. ولما أموت بيكون هذا لقاءنا الأخير. أنا مجرد ذكر يحكي قصة نساء، كذا سرد التاريخ.
So, Mohammed, the movie called Cycle of Apple?
Yes, Cycle of Apples.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's kind of like the Disney films, right? Kind of like, it actually takes influence from Snow White and a little bit of Cinderella as well, right? So that's why it kind of has that, fictional vibes to it.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's actually I was part of this film as a voice actor and not really and not an actor.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and my role in this short film was actually voicing the ram that was featured in the trailer.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
a talking ram who happens to be the friend of one of the characters in the film.
Oh, nice.
I mean, that's interesting, doing a character for like a film, but it's still a character. You know?
Exactly. I mean, like the fictional side of it, it's just like, so it's a mix of Cinderella, not like a mix, but like how the concept is. Like, can you explain it a bit to us? Like, what is the storyline?
Right. So basically, it's an island where it's inhabited by females, right?
Okay.
And then like once every I don't know some years, a male comes in and takes one of the women from the island, and basically, they live together. They have a child, and then they bring the child back to the island, and then it's the cycle begins anew. Right. And now where does the apple or apples come in? Basically, the apple refers to the apple of life, right? So there's a bit of a kind of a religious, in a way, like a bit of a religious connotation to it, but not overtly religious, right? So basically, any person who eats the apple, there are two apples, right? There's the apple of life, that the one that gives you life, and then there's the poisonous apple that kills you. Yeah. And that's pretty much, hence the name Cycle.
I really like the name.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of mysterious, and also like I'm very curious. Like, is it available to watch already, or is it still
in the production, or?
It's no, it's already been produced, and it actually participated in a number of festivals.
Wow, that's awesome! Congratulations on that.
We didn't know. Congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks. It participated in the 2021 Saudi Film Festival,
That's awesome.
which happened back in July.
Wow.
It also made its way to the U.S. actually, in like Los Angeles. So yeah, the film
Kudos.
It did a pretty good job. Honestly.
Wow, that's amazing.
And if you don't mind me asking, how much was the budget? If that's
The budget for the film, well, I'm not too sure if I could really talk about that.
But I mean, it was okay. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I thought you can talk about these things, but I mean, it's good that dude going to festivals and shit. This
exactly.
is like a huge milestone.
I mean, I can only imagine, considering it's a fictional based film, the kind of, the costumes and the set and everything. It must be actually like a lot of thought and process goes through behind these movies. So
And Chazzy is saying Midsommar vibes.
Midsommar vibes.
I wanted to ask you, Mohammed, like since the time you started doing this, throughout the timeline till now, which was the most like a challenging one for you, meaning that took you time to sit and that role took up your the whole day, and you were practicing it over and over, and you really had to go through a long process of learning for it?
The one that took the most time, well, usually when we as a cast, when it comes time to like shoot for the film, during the process of shooting the film, it takes us about few days. I remember there's this one particular film we shot back in April of this year, which also went on to participate in the Saudi Film Festival.
Congratulations, man!
That is awesome.
Thanks. It's
wow.
It's called
well deserved.
The Devil Whispers, or in Arabic, Wasaya Shaitan. That took quite some time, especially like shooting, like during the shooting of the film. I remember we had to wake up like really early on a Friday and a Saturday, right? And mind you, this was like 1 week before Ramadan or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, so we had to wake up at around 5, be there at 6 at the location, and then I think we wrapped up on a Saturday. I think it was around 1 a.m. or something like that. It was like it took a whole lot of time, especially since there are fight scenes in it as well. So you kind of have to make sure that the choreography is right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you want the fight to be believable, at least for the viewers.
Exactly.
Yeah, as a viewer, you want to make sure that you just want to feel as though the fight scene makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
So that took some time, like.
So for the fighting, you had to take classes or like act it out and practice it out. That's why it took time.
Pretty much. Well, other than just the choreography side of it, well, it was mostly when we did choreography. It was because he's a pretty good friend of mine as well, who also participated in the film. He's into martial arts.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that made it easier. He's the one who designed the whole fight scene, and he made sure like which move fits in with the next. So that in and of itself wasn't really the big challenge. It was just being on set and then having lots of delays when it came to like technical stuff, like the lighting.
I can imagine. Yeah.
And, the lighting,
the whole
and just
setup.
the whole setup, just having to change the setup to accommodate the fight scenes. And then there were times where we had to like repeat the scenes because something happens. Like one person was from the crew was in view of the camera, so we kind of had to repeat that again. And it does take some time. So, but all in all, it was worth it. It was well worth it.
It's really commendable that how much work goes behind making that kind of art. Like it might be a few seconds or a few hours for us, but like the amount of effort from the point of view of the actor itself and the whole production team, and how like the effort that goes into it. It's really amazing to see that. And it's actually it's even more commendable coming out of a country like Saudi Arabia, which was known for censoring, and now they're letting out pieces of art like this being published and released for people to see. I'm really proud of that fact that they're stepping up their game.
Exactly.
They're giving that space for artists to actually express and have that freedom for intellectually having that freedom also to go out and do all these kind of jobs that for example, imagine Whispers of Satan. I would never imagine a country like Saudi Arabia would release a piece of art in that form, or having any religious connotations, but not really, that is amazing.
I mean, but again, kudos to you that you actually been part, you took part in these movies, and I would love to see you in bigger roles and on bigger stages.
Sure.
And me redeemed Mr. Majid. I think I would do it because he's a voice actor, so we can do a back and
partiality.
Partiality. Me. Thank you very much for joining us.
Okay.
And
normally he has a rule, guys, that on the show, when we have a guest, we don't normally bring Mr. Majid on the show.
Yeah.
Now he's breaking rules because this guy is his favorite now.
Yeah. So
favoritism.
ATK legend saying, "Comet, love you, brother."
Oh. Love you too, man. Love you too.
So let's get Mr. Majid on board, and Mohammed, you gonna? I usually change the scene and everything, but for now, let's just go ahead and
do it live.
Yeah, do it live.
Do it live.
Yeah, guys.
All right.
So. Hello and welcome. I am Mr. Majid. I am very happy to be back with you guys. How are you, everyone? We have guests, we have new guests.
Yeah, welcome, Mr. Majid. You're a guest too on the show now.
Thank you. How is my mustache?
All good, growing in all directions, so all
really?
good. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You don't
just like your eyebrows, just glorious.
Who is our guest?
Mr. Mohammed. Didn't you introduce? The manager.
My name, I introduced myself.
Okay.
Mr. Majid, thank you very much for our good friend. You know me.
Yeah.
And we have a new follower, ATK legend. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. This is Mr. Majid.
I am Mr. Majid, and this glasses is becoming very small for me because I had it since childhood. So. My father very stingy, That's why
That's why you can afford a Porsche, right? With 5 tires.
You didn't introduce
Sorry.
What type of what is this?
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, this is Mr. Mohammed, who is actually an actor, voiceover actor.
Actor. Okay.
Brad Pitt. He does a lot.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Jim Carrey.
Brad Pitt. I didn't understand.
George Clooney. All these very good actors, Joe Pesci.
Yeah, he's
Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Very good. The Godfather. I very, very like this movie.
Too
much like.
Okay, how have you been, by the way?
I am very good, alhamdulillah. Things.
How did you decide to come on the stream when we have a guest
my
here?
friend, me. He does. He pay money. Me. You pay money, I come.
That's what she said. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So Mr. Mohammed.
Sorry. My bad.
Very dirty mind. Dirty talk. Very dirty mind. So, Mr. Mohammed, you are actor. You like Hollywood movie?
I like Hollywood movies very, very much. Hollywood. Number yak.
Yes, yak in Persian and Farsi means one.
Wow. So you found your brother here.
My brother Sol, this old friend, you don't know. His name is Shehab. Shehab. Yeah, Shehab. Mr. Mohammed, what is your favorite Hollywood actor?
My favorite Hollywood actor, my friend, my Habibi. Well, wallah, there are many different.
No problem. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hollywood actors. I mentioned before that I like, the mafia flicks.
Mafia. I like mafia. Very good money.
Very good money.
Very good. A lot of money. Like
Too
Joe
much.
Pesci,
Robert De Niro.
You know,
Yes,
but I
yes,
also like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
as
Johnny
well,
Depp.
Johnny Depp, of course.
Very, very good actor. Very number top.
Yeah.
Number
I mean, even
number
even
Number
for me.
one, seriously, very good. There is movie Johnny Depp called Bello.
Blow, you mean? Okay, that took me a few seconds
Don't
to translate.
make fun of my accent, okay? Don't make
No,
fun
I'm
of
just
my
trying.
accent,
I'm not
okay?
making fun. Honestly, I'm just trying to understand.
I
what
am
you
guest here. Please respect your guest and Mr. Muhammad
said.
also here.
Sorry. I apologize.
Not
I'll
good,
make it up to you. Don't
no
worry.
problem, no problem. You know that movie Bello?
Yes, I know.
Muhammad. I'm talking to Muhammad. Are you Muhammad?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
But I want to know, why are you looking at her? You are not looking at me. Is what I'm trying to figure out.
I am
Because
looking because
No, you were.
she
You were.
interrupt.
No. You get my point. You were looking at her. You were asking her the question.
Yeah.
But then you are saying that you are asking me. So honestly, I'm very confused.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to my defense.
Okay, no.
Of course.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll come to your defense. Sometimes I'll side with Mr.
Okay,
Majid.
okay, no
Sometimes maybe
problem.
good, sometimes maybe shit.
No problem. Mr. Muhammad, do you know the movie Bello from Johnny Depp?
The film Below. Honestly, in all seriousness, no, I haven't really watched the film. Yeah, I just watched mostly parts of the Caribbean. I know he voiced act a character in one of the Tim Burton films. Right?
Sweeney Todd.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that
Yes.
movie. The Demon Barber on some street.
The one with scissor hand?
No, that's Edward Scissorhands. I can't say the movie. Edward Scissorhands. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I watch Persian movies,
Yeah,
so
right.
Hollywood movie, very famous one I watch.
Okay. Do you watch them like dubbed in Farsi or do you watch them like directly in English?
You see my accent, I learn English.
Oh, okay.
Like this,
Mashallah.
we learn, like Mr. Muhammad,
Yeah.
he sit down, he watch movie, try to make accent, talk. Mr. Muhammad, can you talk like me? Persian?
Talk Persian. يعني a little bit. Not as much as I'd love to.
You give me money, I teach you, no problem. One day
No
you
problem.
learn.
Oh, that's the best collaboration I would see.
You want me to send the money via I don't know what service do you use for to get the money?
Anything, I come to you, you come to me, no problem. I come see you, we do Zoom call, I teach you how to say chelo kebab, how to say juje kebab, how to say words like no problem, Los Angeles,
Los Angeles.
like Las Vegas,
All the car brands.
Porsche, Land Cruiser, Nissan Patrol, BMW, Mercedes Benz. These very good.
Yeah.
I drive Porsche personally.
Yeah, with
Too
5
much.
tires. Yeah, I remember that.
Mr.
I like this comrade. He's very intelligent in his
Russian.
in the ways that
Right?
he-
Yeah.
Russian.
I like it very, very
Good
much.
friend.
Yeah.
Good friend. Yes. We're all
Davai.
We're all comrades. Good comrades. Yes.
Did we hear a knock on the door?
Just a moment. Did we hear?
Yeah. There was someone knocking on the door.
Just excuse us.
That is so weird. This never happens.
Yeah,
just a second. Yeah.
I mean, you can talk.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, for this
It's
interruption.
probably
Sometimes we randomly have deliveries at home. So
Are you kidding me?
I hope this is not the time. It's 10 p.m.
it's probably the money I sent. Wait, what?
Already through Mafia?
Is it already?
Is it through Mafia?
Maybe.
Oh God.
Maybe I called Joe Pesci. He helped me out with all the things. You know what I mean?
You know what amazes me is that there is no like preparation. You just slip through into the accent so fluidly. Like it literally blows my mind each time. Like I really, that's the talent that like we always wanted to bring onto the stream. Like people who really need at least a little bit of push to. Maybe you never know who might watch this and be like, what, I want this guy in my project. You never know,
Yeah, it's all these I guess years of just I don't know, just imitating different accents.
Why? What happened?
And
she wants to sleep and stuff.
it helps. It helps a lot.
Right. Okay.
So the thing is, like, we need to keep it a bit down because our neighbor, she's like a flight attendant and she wants to sleep, so it's weird. But it's the first time, so let's keep it a bit down. I mean, we can talk and the guys can hear us. And okay, Mohammed, that was Mr. Majid. That's a character I do on this show, and I hope you enjoyed it. And me, thank you very much for redeeming that. And there's a couple of comments. Let's just read through them. Me saying, seriously, that's it. I remember Borat. That's cool. That's cool stuff. The Tourist is also an amazing movie. That's the best collaboration, which they were doing, the Majid and Mr. Mohammed.
Yeah.
Our guest. And Bleeding is in the house. What's up, Bleeding?
Hi, Bleeding.
How you doing, man? How's things, Bleeding?
Oh my God.
He's another good streamer on Twitch.
By the way, bro, it's been a while I've seen you stream. Where have you been?
Exactly. You've been away, man.
I miss Mr. Mohan.
Exactly.
That's another character he does.
So, Mohammad Al-Shehab, so we were talking about Johnny Depp and his movies and stuff, and I actually forgot my question. Why we don't go and watch the third video that you sent me? Is this the one, the
I
Devil's
love how
Whispers?
he continues the question. He's like, I forgot it.
Is this the Devil's Whisper, the trailer that you sent me?
No, this I believe would be the trailer of the very first short film I was a part of.
Nice.
Yes, I believe so.
So we're gonna give it a run. We're gonna watch it, guys, and thank you guys very much for sticking around with us, even with all this interruption by the by the neighbors and stuff. But
I mean, this is Twitch. You're gonna see everything live.
Yeah.
This is the part of this.
Which I like it to be like this.
It's so
everything,
raw.
raw.
Yeah.
And before moving on, Bleeding saying, I've been sick and had a family relative pass. Oh my lord, sorry to hear this. My condolences, man.
Oh God, I want to hug him so bad.
Man, sorry about that, brother.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, miss you too, man.
I hope you're doing well. I mean, let us know if you need anything, please.
For sure. Just I will get back to you after the stream, and let's have a talk about it. But for the meanwhile, Mohammed, let's go and watch the video, and we're gonna come back to you guys shortly.
يا أخ سمير يا ابوي ايش المنظر ذا؟
ايوه يعني مش هنختلف في النقطة دي، هو مشروب أحمر
وأحيانا يجي وردي.
وين أودي وجهي؟ سويت وجهي واسم العائلة صار على كل لسان.
سمير أخوي
وش صار معاه دكتور؟
بيقول لك فيش فيني شيء.
وشو؟ صحيح إنك غبي.
Mohammed, what is your character in this movie?
Yeah.
This takes me back to when I first started. Yeah, 2018. Still remember it. Good times. So, well, I had a very minor character in the film. But even though my appearance was short, it still kind of played a significant role in a way, because it changed the main character's life in the film,
right,
for the worse, right? It's as you could probably tell, it's a comedy type of short film, but there's also a kind of a message like, so it's not just pure comedy, like just for, haha, funny. No, there's an idea behind it too.
There's a
method
concept.
to the
Yeah.
a concept and a method to the madness too. Yeah, so basically the message behind the film, Red Velvet, is that, our lives, no matter how strong a person can be, not necessarily in the physical sense, but like in the mental or psychological sense, society will always trump the person. Especially if you live in a society where like reputation is really, really important. And for the most part, I believe all societies have that to an extent. It just really depends.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in our region, like the Middle East, it's all about, saving face and just
dude,
exactly. Yeah.
I'm Indian, so don't like I can completely relate to this. Like we all function on like, oh, what will people say? That mentality.
Definitely. So yeah, you know what it's like. It's all about that, and just making sure that you keep your family's name, you honor your family and your family's name. So that's kind of the message of the film, right? Because I don't know if this is going to be spoilers, but like the film, the main character in the film, he kind of goes through this change where within the span of like a day, his life just goes downhill pretty quickly.
Wow.
Because of one misconception, if that's even the right term to use. So yeah, and especially with like social media being a very strong thing nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah.
People could easily spread rumors about somebody, and everybody would believe that. Like a lot of people would, not everyone, but like a lot of people would.
Yes.
And yeah, that's where problems come in and creep on people.
But,
wow, again, it's really about the times, what we face now. So it's kind of like, relatable for everyone, I feel.
Exactly. Because we're living, all of us, in this region, and this region, this culture, it's like, it's, even if we're like different ethnicities, but the culture is almost the same.
Yeah.
We're very familiar with each other's cultures.
Exactly.
This whole keeping face and like, keeping the reputation of the family and stuff, it's a very common thing within our cultures. So,
to the point of sacrifice of sanity.
Yep.
So,
but Mohammed, I'm really, really proud of you, man. You've been part of movies that they have a message to, and although they're short films or like long films, whatever, the point is that it's not just like a box office normal, just minting cash money. You understand what I'm saying?
Like he's cherry picked his projects. Where when you look at his portfolio and like his whole like like the filmography, basically, like he's picked.
Is that a term? Filmography?
Yeah, like when you go to Wikipedia, you check the list of things he's acted in and done, like projects.
Nice.
So that's a good resume already. And but I wanted to ask you, Mohammed, like if there was we already established that you like mafia movies and you've done fictional movies and stuff like that. Which other genre of like movies or voiceover acting would you like to do, like in future?
In terms of acting, I wouldn't mind testing myself in a horror type of film, because especially since at least in our region, the horror is it's still kind of a work in progress.
Exactly.
I kind of feel like we haven't really reached our fullest potential when it comes to horrors and thrillers. So that's definitely something that I would, look into and look forward to. I'd love to give it a shot. And recently I've watched a few horror films, because they're not really my thing, but at least the ones that I've watched recently, I'm like, damn, I should have put more effort into like watching these horror films.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like at first, you kind of get used to the idea of like, oh, there's going to be a jump scare right about now. Okay, here it is.
Exactly.
Yay, let's move on, right?
Exactly.
So it's all about cheap ways to scare people, but
Yeah. But I
don't
mean,
know, there's just something fun.
Yeah, it's just about the kind of thrill and the sensation you get, like, almost like that fear that washes over you, that what's gonna happen. And like for me, I really enjoy horror. So like for example, imagine him giving a voice of like a strong demon voice, like, like that would be awesome to watch.
Acting as a demon.
Oh, like, yeah. Or Satan himself.
Yeah, Satan.
I mean, technically, I did, right? In the film The Devil Whispers.
Oh, okay.
Right? And it was more of an action kind of film with a little bit of, drama and a hint of comedy in it. Right. But yeah, in the sense where it's a thriller, like specifically, or a horror film, I could probably nail that down. I mean, got the looks for it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Adel Zuzu is saying he's lurking. Thank you very much, Adel Zuzu, for lurking.
Thank you.
Muhammad, you were saying something. Sorry if I cut you off.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, it's like, it'd be interesting to like act in a horror film someday. Like,
for sure, man. For sure. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to anything you release, to be honest here now.
Yeah.
So I'm over that whole thing, horror or not horror or whatever you release. I want to watch it, because other than that, he's a metalhead as well. So
I was waiting when you would bring this up.
So I mean, because his resume is too big, we cannot just
compile it into a short
now let's dedicate a bit of segue to his music influences. I think you're into grunge and death metal.
Yeah, definitely. Grunge, death metal, grunge. As with most people, you start with Nirvana, right? And then you kind of branch out from there, right? So I believe I was exposed to like grunge music in this video game. Grand Theft Auto actually had some pretty good Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Actually, a specific radio dedicated to like rock and metal music. So they had Alice in Chains, they had Soundgarden, and I believe Stone Temple Pilots. Even though they're not necessarily purely grunge, they're still part of the alternative scene, and they're like honestly, I think they're a great band.
They're Seattle grunge,
Seattle grunge, definitely. So and plus the game was like set in the 90s anyway, early 90s, so it makes sense why these bands were featured. And Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Screaming Trees, Nirvana, those are definitely bands that I enjoy listening to. Of course, Stone Temple Pilots. As with death metal,
such a different from grunge to death metal.
I know, like it's such a weird concoction,
It's funny how I started listening to death metal, because I never really pictured myself I'd ever listen to death metal. I thought Fear Factory was like the most extreme, as extreme as it gets.
For me. Industrial metal,
right? Yes, industrial metal. So and Fear Factory, they're kind of a heavy kind of band. They're not the heaviest, but
they're heavy.
But still, I think a lot of people label them as a stepping stone, unfortunately. Which is kind of it's kind of a shame, really. But nevertheless, with death metal, I just never thought I'd ever listen to such an extreme genre of metal music. But it started with death. And then slowly I moved into Morbid Angel and Obituary.
Ooh.
And it
much more
kept,
old school death metal.
Definitely that. I definitely have a thing for like 90s bands, whether it's grunge or alternative rock or death metal, for sure.
Is it just because you prefer that music created during that era, or is it just nostalgia or something?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Right.
The nostalgia factor is definitely there. I say that, and I was born in the early 90s, right? So, grunge and death metal, but, by the time I realized I was a human being living on planet Earth, they have already died, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no pun intended, right? But but yeah, nostalgia is definitely a factor. And then what was the other thing that you mentioned? Nostalgia and the music of that era.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah. It sounds good, right? I don't want to be I just don't want to be the old band good, new band bad kind of person, right?
I get it.
But at the same time, it's like when you compare, like for every Alice in Chains song, you compare it to like one of the more recent bands. I can't really think of a recent band off the top of my head right now, but you can tell there's a difference in the production. And not to say that the newer bands are bad. Yep. It's just that there's something catchy about 90s music.
I just want to read the comments here. ATK Legend is saying, I always love your music recommendations comment.
Yeah, thank you. I try my best to give recommendations that I know you would like.
Well, that's good.
And also there is a viewer, Maximus Corp. First of all, welcome to the stream. And second of all, he's saying, have you heard the Doom Eternal tracks?
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal.
Is that the game? The game, yeah.
Yes, the video game.
There are a bunch of metal songs in that game.
It's basically.
I'm not aware of this game yet.
I joke about this a lot with my friends, but like, basically I say that this is death metal, the video game, right? Because like everything about it is just metal, right? You're this really muscular guy with guns, and you fight demons, and you shred them to 1,000 tiny pieces. And there are metal songs playing in the background.
So basically, my kind of game.
Yeah, it's even Maximus saying it's death metal with the free game
on the side. that is such a good description.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much.
I mean, do you play any instrument, Mohammed, or still like I'm sure you're a vocalist for sure. So.
Well, vocals, you would think that I am, a vocalist, and yeah, I'm fine when it comes to singing, but I wouldn't necessarily call myself a vocalist, right? I really would love to learn how to, sing and do harsh vocals without like hurting my vocal cords, right?
Yeah.
But as far as instruments are concerned, I play a little bit of the guitar. Not so much.
That's awesome.
Not so much. I'm still kind of a beginner with that. But yeah, between playing an instrument and singing, I definitely want to do singing.
For sure, man. For sure, you need to like look into it, and as a voice actor, you have that voice that you can actually put into music. Find your comfort zone. You like grunge. Grunge really suits your tone of vocals.
Yeah, but I mean, like he said, he has to be careful of what he chooses to do because of his vocals. Like people literally like blow out their chords trying to imitate or try to sing these metal genres. So unless and until you want to take it up as a proper like path of life and with proper warm-ups and practice and all those things, because dude, I still want to listen to him give voiceover for
sure.
Like even if he makes something like Wall-E, I will watch it. Like if he's just doing Meep Morp Zeep in that, I'll still watch it.
It's a good segue that we give a shout out to our new follower Maximus. Thank you very much. He's saying he saw us on Nox and Adil's streams. Thank you very much, Maximus. Thank you for joining our Twitch community family. And Chazzy's saying, Comet, you have absolutely no business looking this good.
Okay.
You have a lot of admirers tonight, man.
Yeah. Damn.
All the single ladies in the comment section, please form a
or men
or orderly. What is that?
Let's not assume or men.
Hey, whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on.
I mean, if this was a like a gathering, he would not have gone home alone.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stop it.
Oh, he's blushing.
So we will get back to you. I just want to give a quick shout out that we have a merch store. So it's over there. I'm going to drop it in the comment section. If you guys like any of our merch, please we'd like to get, some of your feedback about the designs and the t-shirt, because it's some of her designs, which is Phoenix Inc. And you guys can follow her at She's a Phoenix on IG.
Thank you.
And she does like tattoo,
mostly like tribal, Maori, traditional
tattoo designs,
but
in
with my spin,
so some of the designs is written Phoenix Inc. It's on the t-shirts. Like we have Combos and Chill Dirty mug, for example. We got her designs on the mugs, and we got mugs, iPhone covers, t-shirts, hoodies. So just give it a round, see if you like some stuff. Just let us know, because we want to get the feedback about the designs.
Yeah, and we are still waiting for ours to come so that we can use it ourselves.
Yeah, but thanks a lot for listening to me jabber about the merch. But Mohammed, what is your top 3 bands, if you have any?
Oh, I can assure you I have a list of bands that I really, really enjoy.
Why am I not shocked?
listening to. So yeah, Fear Factory for sure would be number 1.
Nice.
The reason why is because they're the band that got me into metal. They're the band that got me into rock music. So definitely, I think I owe it to them, really.
Fear Factory.
So yeah, Fear Factory number 1. I think Alice in Chains would be number 2. Because even though Nirvana helped me get into grunge, somehow it's like I resonate more with their music. Alice in Chains. They're just. I think Lane Staley is an incredible vocalist.
Exactly. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. It's a shame, really.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these grunge vocalists, passed away, or they've taken their own lives somehow.
Exactly.
Dude, not just grunge, even new metal. For example, Chester.
Yeah.
Like there's so many of these vocalists that it's such a big loss for the industry, for the people, for the talent, for the music. It's a huge loss. Yeah.
Definitely, and I believe we lost Chris Cornell and Chester
ago.
Bennington in the same year. That's just
I think
big blow.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember that day because dude, for me Linkin Park was my, as I tell
Do you
everyone.
Tell them why I hate that day?
The day Chester passed away, unfortunately, it's his birthday. So now, so like for both of us, we're like, do we celebrate today or do we just mourn?
Man, because growing up with Linkin Park back in the days in high school was the best thing.
Yeah, for me it was my gateway drug to metal. So like I always say.
I mean, she always hates me because I love Limp Bizkit. So even Mohammed said the first thing, you guys fight over Limp Bizkit a lot.
You make it easier for me to hate you because you like Limp Bizkit. You just make it easier.
You know that this is a different character she's having right now, Mohammed.
Just wait 5 minutes more and he's gonna put his hat backwards and become Fred Durst, but basically Farsi Fred Durst. Please.
This is all acting, by the way. When we are like going on a drive, can you play that Limp Bizkit song?
Okay, so there's only one song of theirs I like, which is Counterfeit, because it's actually like heavy and has a good groove. That's it. Shut your goddamn mouth.
Shut your goddamn mouth, man.
I mean, Limp Bizkit was also pretty popular in like WWE as well, especially early on. I believe The Undertaker used one of his songs as his entrance.
Rollin'.
Yeah, Rollin'.
Yeah,
so
that was.
There you go.
And I'm trying to build my tolerance with the band because of this idiot. So yeah, just because, dude, I listen to heavy, like literally, like. Breakdowns and shit, and
Mama,
this guy puts like
Mama, do you know what you need to do next to her if she's listening to that type of music? Get a Bible and a cross and holy water.
Yeah, especially if I'm driving, I do demonic driving then.
Oh my lord! And Chazzy is saying, Carry on.
What you were saying?
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but like, I played the role of a devil, right? So it's like if I the minute I try to touch a cross or a Bible or a Quran or whatever, it's like it's just I'm gonna vanish. So it's
Oh God.
Oh man, no.
like,
It's
not gonna
all
work.
good. It's all good, man. And Chazzy is saying, but would Alice in Chains sound good if he didn't do drugs?
Oh, I think a big part of why Alice in Chains is, they sound that good, especially the Lane Staley era of Alice in Chains, is because they did all these drugs and, I think without the drugs, it would probably be a bit watered down because it wouldn't really have come from a place
A
of
deep place,
pain.
yeah.
Yes. And Lane Staley was in a lot of pain. Just listening to a lot of his songs, a lot of the Alice in Chains songs from Dirt, from Facelift, and hell, even Nutshell from
Wood.
From the EP. It's just it says a lot about the suffering that Lane went through, and I'm pretty sure all the members of Alice in Chains, like Jerry Cantrell, he had his fair share too.
I know,
Because of
dude,
drugs.
even Kurt Cobain is like the the motherland of doing drugs and writing good music, that whole sadness in his voice and his lyrics was like major, man.
I mean, that's why they create material that is so relatable with other people, because they actually portray their pain in words that cannot be decipherable through others. It's their way of expressing.
Exactly.
That's why, like, when you hear sometimes, like, you connect your own traumas and like your own memories that you go through with those bands. That's why, like, I asked him that question about nostalgia versus the era of that music, because many of us, we have related to the bands and their songs have become our anthems in our life.
Exactly,
Like when I was a teenager, I remember like there were a few, like, you would play a song over and over or a CD over and over till it's destroyed. So
and Adil Zuzu is saying, who remembers Simple Man? Man, I remember.
I do.
Yeah, she likes punk and stuff.
I had a huge phase of Simple Plan.
Really?
Yeah. It's shocking, but I think I was in maybe 9th grade. But yeah.
And he's saying hell yeah. And Chazzy is saying same. I think he's talking about the whole drug abuse of the musicians. He's talking about same thing with Sabbath. So yeah, dude, Sabbath is another great band, man. I really enjoy Sabbath's music. And sadly, I missed their show in Abu Dhabi. So
at least you got to watch gigs, okay? Shut your goddamn mouth. See, listen, because, dude, okay, so what happened was I entered the Middle East metal scene in 2019, right before COVID, okay? So I never got to see any gigs. I never got to see anyone live or any, like, I slowly got to know the bands, for example, Creative Ways from Saudi Arabia and different bands from Lebanon and, so, like, I never knew of these bands until lately, even though I've been living here since 2004.
Which that's a good thing. I mean, how do you think the whole music scene of the metal bands in Saudi is forming now? Is it like expanding, people getting to know more about it, more exposure, as you mentioned it, even Fawaz was on, like, a lot of articles and stuff like this.
Yeah, I think definitely. And the past couple of years, now that people are being more aware and they're like becoming more open-minded about not just music but like media in general, acting and movies and stuff, and of course you add to it music. We're still in the process of like expanding. I say we, right, but really I'm talking about the metal scene in Saudi. It's definitely expanding. There are I hear that there are a lot of new bands coming out of Jeddah.
Nice. That's great news.
Yeah, so definitely, these bands are, the people in the metal scene. They're really working their asses off to popularize metal and at least make it acceptable so that they can perform live and without being judged or like ridiculed and looked at in a sense that they're bad people, or that they worship Satan or whatever.
That whole
so it's the whole religious stereotyping. So I do think at some point the future is going to be very, very bright for
sure.
For metal. It's just a matter of time.
Exactly.
Well, Mohammed, I had a question for you. I wanted to bring it back to like his voiceover acting and acting and everything. So I had we've talked about your idols and people who you would like to work with in the Western side, but considering the Middle East, and especially talent like you that are upcoming, and they're new people, so who are those kind of souls that you would like to either act with or do a voiceover, or like a project or something which you maybe from your own country or from the Middle East as large?
Okay, well, people from the Middle East, and I know this is probably not going to be a very popular opinion, but the acting scene in Kuwait has been very, very popular. And although the TV shows can be a bit cheesy at times with the drama, like the drama overload, but you have a lot of big.
I understand.
They have a lot of big names, in Kuwait, names that I would be honored to work with. And a lot of them are they're pretty old now, but still the names like Dawood Hussein, for example. He's and God rest his soul. Hussein Abdullah, he was a great actor, and I really wish I had a chance to maybe work with him at some, but he's long gone, so that's out of the picture, out of the window. So
but these guys that he's mentioning, these are legends from my dad's era.
That's why I know that you're nodding your head because and
when he said Kuwait is much more populated with the whole actors, that's 100% true. Like all the theaters, like the series, or like the most successful actors, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Mohammed, most of the successful actors came from Kuwait, which don't forget to mention, man, Saudi had a today is wrong.
What
happened? Why someone is calling us?
Everyone is like
Saudi had Tash Matash, you remember?
Yeah, Tash Matash, definitely. Abdullah Sidhan and Nasser al-Ghasabi. They're two of the biggest names, Saudi names, in acting. So definitely. Nasser al-Ghasabi especially, he's
beautiful.
Pretty much every Ramadan, there's a TV show.
Yeah, exactly. We like I used to remember it with me and my family. Like we used to just always tune in for Tash Matash, or like all these basically most of them, as you said, they all come in Ramadan. Like they're mostly Ramadan type of series. But if you had a chance, would you so you would love to have a chance to act with some of the those names, like this caliber?
Definitely, but also I would love to act with the upcoming, the up and coming and rising stars too, which I believe would be in my age range, in my age group as well, right? Because we're all in this together, and we're all trying to make a name for ourselves. So I think in the sense of just being overly generally comfortable, because I'm dealing with people in my age group, I definitely would love to work with those actors and actresses too. We have a lot of young names here in Saudi and also in Kuwait. Like I could think from Saudi, we have I believe Mila Zahrani, for example. She's an actress. One of her TV shows was I think Banat al-Mulakama, I believe.
That means
like
boxing, the girls of the boxing. But wow, man, I hate it when when you translate the Arabic word to English, it loses the whole essence.
Dude, that's why like I want to learn Arabic so bad, like the Fusha one, the proper one.
Do you know what she know, Muhammad?
What?
أرباب جيب 2 شاورما.
Shut up. No, I try to. I try to, because dude, the part about the fact about Khaliji Arabic and like it, they are like shakbarak, shakbarich, like they have the kayfayalich, like they have that kind of very slang kind of language. Other than that, they have replacements for all kinds of words, like Majid becomes Mayid, like Rajli is like Rayal is like like how they substitute alphabets, and I'm sitting there confused. I'm like, can I learn one, please?
It's again, it's more about the dialects.
Exactly.
Because the thing that makes Arabic very, very hard, aside from the letters and how to pronounce these letters, and the fact that we kind of have these things that we call tanween and like kasra, fatha, dhamma, these characteristics. Yes, the vowels. It's the dialects as well.
Exactly.
Really, it makes it hard because
for me, reading Arabic without all those pronunciation like marks, it's so hard for me, because you can pronounce it any way you want, basically.
Yep. I mean, it's good to learn stuff, and I think it was Chazzy that said, I'd love to see you acting in a domestic violence scenes.
Domestic violence. Why
specifically domestic?
Yep, I don't know.
Because I have a beard and long hair, and I look like
You check everything on that bucket list,
Pretty much, I guess.
Oh man, but Mohammed, thank you very much for joining us for this session, man. It was a bless. I hope we covered as much as we could.
And I apologize for the disturbances to you and to the guys. Dude, this never happens.
Never happens.
We never get a doorbell. We never get a phone call like this. We always inform our families. Please do not disturb us.
Tonight, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's just
my luck today.
The cosmos is against us.
Yeah, but because the guys in the comment, they usually know. We usually don't get
up unless we have to go empty our tankers or just drink some water. But or something.
Mohammed, thank you very much for joining us. It was a blast talking to you. Like, I can go for another 4 hours without getting fucking bored from you, man.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
He has that charisma about him that it gets you more dragged into him, to know more about him, and to know what is his next step.
Exactly. Like he builds that curiosity that come, I want to tell you my story.
Exactly. And Vamp the Ace is saying, we Arabs don't even know the original Arabic language. We are lost in the different accents. Exactly.
Yeah. Sad but true.
I mean, at least we can communicate.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Muhammad, you are one of the souls that I know that you're gonna reach great lengths, amazing future endeavors, and just projects that will make us proud, even more proud of you than we already are. You're putting Saudi Arabia on a map.
Exactly.
You're bringing the attention to that region. You're bringing people with investment, to the opportunity to invest in talent like you, and
getting these movies to these festivals and being known and everything.
The other actors along with you are getting that recognition, and just really, I'm so excited to see what you do in the future, and for sure we will there to support you in anything. If you have any more upcoming projects or something like that, just reach out to us when we can bring you back on the show, and we can promote anything you want, or just let us know. And dude, really, I had so much fun.
Exactly, and it's our honor to have you on the show any time again, so don't hesitate. And I am especially proud that I know such a soul as Mohammad Al-Shehab, that he's an actor and a voice actor.
Exactly.
And he did this barrage of things. Yeah. And I'm just happy to know this guy, that he is in my network.
Yeah, not just now I'm getting to know him on a personal level, what motivates him, what drives him, how he got to this place. Dude, imagine the struggle in country like that.
Exactly.
Where it's such a niche market for these people.
As an artist, we kind of struggle.
Yeah,
in
so
every
he can relate with you. Exactly, he can relate with you in that. Although his field is his genre is music, but I have massive respect for souls like you, and really fortunate that talent like that exists now. And I just wish you all the best for everything you do.
Thank you so much. Again, it's also my honor and pleasure to be a part of the this show. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really really enjoyed this as well.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
We'll definitely, if there's anything coming up, we'll hit you up. We'll let you know. I also let everybody know on my social media.
Which actually is
mostly,
good. Yeah, tell them where they can find you.
Well, you can mostly find me on Instagram. That's where I primarily post, content, different content, related to acting, to voiceovers. Haven't really posted anything related to radio yet, but hopefully soon I might post things related to radio. Sometimes I sketch, in my downtime.
I forgot.
Yeah.
That's the question I wanted to ask.
Okay.
And music as well. So yeah.
And now I remember end of the fucking show.
Ask him. We still...
Sorry, dude. Okay, so I've been seeing these kind of sketches that he's doing.
Do you need to go, Mohammed?
No, I just want to turn on the what's it called, the because the battery is almost done. So I'll just turn on the
okay, just
for this thing.
Just plug the.
And I'll be back in a sec. All right.
No worries. Take your time. Take your time.
All right.
Well, again, we just want to thank you, our viewers, that they're actually here with us. Thank you very much, guys. And Chazzy, thank you very much for the new subscribe. And to our new followers, Maximus, ATK Legend, and Blib Blub Blip.
Blip blop bleh.
Yeah, blip blop bleh, and
why do I always remember whenever I say bleh? I remember Hotel Transylvania. Dracula says bleh bleh bleh.
Oh man! And you know me. Thank you very much for joining us again, and all the good, the good people that we have in the community.
All the OGs as well. Like I Am Bullet, Bundlehead, all amazing mods, Leslie. All the mods. Yeah, exactly.
It's good to see you again, Leslie. Sorry you called me and I was taking a nap, here and there. And other than that, guys, give us a shout out. See if you guys like, if I'm putting this again, the whole merch store, I just want to get as much as feedback from the guys that, okay, what you guys like. And again, to remind you guys that we're going to be having some giveaways coming up.
Yeah.
So
and if you guys want some specific designs from my page to be merch, you can just let me know at She's a Phoenix on Instagram, and I can make that a reality for you. Or you want me to design something for you specifically to make a shirt or a mug or a gift item or something. It could be anything, even artwork for the house, for example.
So just go down to the merch store, see what you like, let us know. We can work on it, because we like to get feedback from the community, because without the community we've never been here. So thank you again, guys. And do you want to ask Mohammed the last question?
Dude, that was my question, and I remember now when he said sketches.
Goldfish memory.
Well, hashtag gold shit memories.
Say your question. You guys forget it.
I get distracted so easily. Memory of a baby. Okay, so I wanted to ask, what he does basically, he takes a reference picture and then he makes the sketch in his own way.
Why you don't let him explain?
So I wanted to know, how did you come about doing this? Did you randomly think that I want to get into art like this, or did you see something that inspired you? How did this begin?
Well, mostly what inspires me to sketch is basically the music that I listen to, rock and metal, right? And it's not just arbitrary sketches, right? There's always some reference to it. It's basically what you said. I sketch it in my own way that sort of relates to the song that I've been listening to, because I get earworms a lot, right? It's particular songs get stuck in my head, and I'm like, you know what? I'm very, very much excited to sketch something, so let's sketch something right now. And I sketch it, and it in a way that's related to the song's lyrics. And basically, I remember I started sketching way back when I was in school, really. But then I never really developed the further developed the sketching skills. So there was kind of a point in time where I just stopped sketching, right? And I'm like, let's just randomly one day decided to go back to sketching again.
Right.
And I feel like I kind of missed out on a lot of things.
Do you have a page for these things, or it's on the Comet Von Dyke Cosmos? Did I say it right?
Comet Von D Cosmos.
Oh, okay, that's his IG handle. Go give him a follow right now.
Yeah, exactly.
The longest Instagram handle out there. I should probably get a Guinness record for that.
But do you post them on your own personal page, or you have a different page for it?
Right now, I post them in my personal page. I just upload them to my story. I kind of have this, I don't know, this idea where I kind of want to do a lot of things, and it's kind of just all in that one page. It kind of makes me think that maybe I should have another page for something that's dedicated to sketching, for example.
For sure, you need.
That's what I was about to say, because he always puts it on his stories and they disappear, and you can't go back to them.
Exactly.
So like if you do, please do consider like making a separate page for your art. Like that would be amazing. Especially sometimes he does pieces like dark pieces like with crows and
ravens.
Ravens, exactly, dude. Oh my god, it's actually pretty good considering that he's gotten into sketching like on an elaborate scale now. Like I think I've seen the amount of times you've done recently has been increasing, right?
The sketches. Well, there was a point in time where I used to do it like. Remember, there was a period in time where I did it every single day, but now it's especially with like work and radio, it kind of decreased. Now it's like I'm barely doing it like once a week.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Work can be pretty. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot.
Exactly. Yeah. You need that frame of mind. You cannot.
Praise Lord. I mean, like literally for me, going back to my art, like especially like I was designing something for a band, and for me to get back into that mindset took me so long, and I can completely relate to what you just said. Like getting down into your creative process and like sitting silently trying to imagine. It's not easy.
But when you have like enough, when you have enough free time on your hands. You definitely would want to fill that time with more productive things, right? So I think what better way to do it than to sketch or do something that you're passionate about, or try new things.
Exactly. Yeah. True.
But man, I hope all the best for you. And again, thank you very much for dedicating the time to join us for this session. It means the world to us, Mohammad. You don't know how much it means to us, because you really we never had such a guest on board.
Yeah, this is the first time. Yeah.
So
that's why, like, when we were creating the list of everyone, like, we wanted to bring like a diversified,
artists,
exactly. Yeah. Why can't I? My brain is. Dude, I function on 2 brain cells. So sorry about that. But yeah, like, first of all, thank you for taking out the time to, give us this precious stream
session,
exactly.
And sorry about all that interruption, but
I had so much fun, especially with the accents and the jokes and everything. Damn, this is one stream I'm gonna go back and rewatch.
For sure. Mohammad, thank you very much for joining us, but stay with us before we close down the show, because we usually raid like another Twitch streamer. So it's a thing in Twitch. So let's see who is on. Okay, Bleeding is on, and
wait, he's streaming?
Yeah, he's
now
streaming.
He streams when we are streaming.
Exactly.
Like يعني شو هذا في مسخرة.
شو هذا في مسخرة. You see her level of Arabic.
I try.
Oh man, again, Mama, what we can do, man. But I just want to give a reminder to the guys, the viewers. You guys can follow us at Combos and Chill on IG and Facebook, and you guys can go to our linktree.com/combos and chill. You guys can get all the links to the to our platforms, to our social media, and you guys can get the direct links from here, from the homepage of Twitch on the About section. You can see it on top.
Exactly.
And you can follow her at She's a Phoenix at IG. And don't forget to follow our guest Mohammad Al-Shehab at Comet Von Dijk
Cosmos. Like, this is one of those moments when you can't pronounce it, you know, like same like Elise, like I was like
Oh man. Anyway, Bleeding is playing Apex Legends, so if you guys like Apex Legends, please, you know, drop by his stream and give him a shout out that you guys came down from Combos. I mean, he would know that he's like you guys coming from Combos, but he's a cool dude. He's a cool cat. He's a very chill dude. He has a other character called Mr. Mohan.
Oh, and his in general, like he'll randomly sing in the stream. He jokes around, does accents as well. He's cool hilarious to watch.
He's a hilarious dude.
Yeah.
But anyway, another reminder about our schedule: Sunday and Tuesdays we have guest interviews, 9 p.m. Dubai time, 5 p.m. GMT, and on Thursdays is absolute shenanigans sessions that me and her we just sitting over here and we're dedicating all of our 6 senses to the community of Twitch.
6 senses and 2 brain cells.
Yeah, 2 brain cells. So Mohammed, again, thank you very much for joining us. It means the world to us, man.
Yeah, thank you. Seriously.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, you guys.
Such a good time.
It was an honor and a pleasure, and yeah, I definitely enjoyed this for sure.
For sure, man. We're gonna see you on the flip side.
All right.
Cheers,
you guys.
brother.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah, have a wonderful night.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.